This video is about steel framing. We have two materials defined into the material list. I'll place these in the floor plan. One like this, and then the other one meant for the top and bottom pieces, and also for the top and bottom window pieces. Like this. So this open so that the studs can go inside this. We will do these profiles for you. Okay, now let's define the element to be used in this wall. For that, I will open the element tools and define my own element types. Okay, I'll click new to get new element type, and we are going to look it from inside to out. This element type ID is what we call this wall, and the element stamp text comes here. So it will be visible here at the element elevations. And these settings affect the projections, and we can go with the default values. We could set this to 0 not to show the element type at the floor plan. So let's add the layers, and the first one will be the interior layer, which is going to be gypsum board. Okay, create new layer, which is boarding, and it will be gypsum board 4 feet times 8 feet times half inch. Just copy this ID to be used for the board ID. The density, this is for the gypsum board, it's okay. It will go to its own layer. At the elevation it will have a diagonal line showing the division of the boards. The layer thickness will be half inch. These are, if we have multiple layers, they will be overlapped. Now let's go with the default boarding strategy. This ID, board type ID, will come into the cut lists or shopping list. So the width of the board, it was 4 feet, and the height is 8 feet. Okay, and when we add a layer, it's a good habit to define its type from this place. So this will be boarding interior. We will set these anchor names front and back when we have finished all the layers. Next layer is going to be our main framing, and now we select this based on framing metal, and the layer ID is this one. This ID you shouldn't change after this element type has been in use. Okay, so let's go through all the settings. Density, including insulation, I think that's quite close. And the thickness of this is the same as 2 times 4 pieces, so for some reason it's 3.5 inches. And the spacing for the studs, let's use 16 inches. Oops. 16 inches. Spacing tolerance means that there will be another stud if the stud is further than given value given here. So let's put half inch here. And the material ID for the framing, this is for the studs, is the one custom for metal pieces. The rotation angle and set of offsets, they will be 0 in this case, and the top piece, it will be different. So the top one will be rotated by 180 degrees, and also we have to move the anchor point to the back side of this element. So it will be the same 3.5 inches, and the rotation for the top 180 degrees. The bottom one will be just at the material, it doesn't need to be rotated, it will open upwards by default. This extend inside means how much the studs will be extended to the top and bottom pieces. So let's use 1.4 inches. The thickness was 1.5 inches. And I think for the metal frame there is no useful options here to set, so let's make all these clear. Press OK, and this is main framing. The next layer will be boarding at the outside windshield board. Okay, I need to click new, and then it will be boarding, and let's say this OSB 4 times 8 times half inch. I'll copy again this ID, and for the wood density is about half kilo per liter. On layer and thickness again half inch, and the board ID for the listings and the board size. Okay, and this will be boarding exterior. Next layer is going to be airspace again. Remember to click new, and this is airspace strips vertical. Name this will be air 1 time 2 inches. The thickness will be for this material, it will be actually 3/4 inch. Yes, we want to have pieces next to opening, not to the top and bottom for the openings. But the spacing is actually not required, but let's put some meaningful value here, 16 inches. And tolerance again, half inch. Material ID, it will be 1 times 2, and it will be rotated with the default values so that it will be wider in the wall. Okay, and the layer type here is studding exterior. Final layer will be paneling, and just give this name for the layer. It will go to the panel layer, it will be horizontal, and the thickness, now I need to copy, this is from the default settings, which is based on the metric, so thickness is 23 millimeters, which is about this in inches. And this is defined in the data folder. We will define the paneling profiles for you. And the layer type, it will be finishing exterior. Now it's a good idea to go through all the layers. We will give anchors to these and check that the types and the follow definitions are correct. Well, let's start actually from the first layer. So first layer will be gypsum board interior, and the next one, let's check the type and follow. We need to set it to follow main framing, and this will be core int core text, not following anything. And now we just define the further surface, so this will be OSB exterior, and it will follow the main framing. This one, air space exterior, layer type is correct, and it will follow also the main framing. This one, finishing, will be cladding exterior, not following anything. This type definition is ready. It's a good idea to save this to disk. With this load we can revert back to this existing one. Right, now we have defined our element type, and in the next video we are going to place these walls.